What up, y'all? Appreciate you showing up, hanging out, listening to my dumb ass. Like and subscribe. So, thank you for all of you who jump into the comments and yell at me. Nah, just, you speak your mind, and it's cool. I like to hear the discourse of gamers, opinions, and all that stuff. Not like fanboying out and all that stuff, but this is a business, this is a hobby, and when you share interest in a hobby with people, it's cool. And I appreciate y'all. That being said, someone in the comments, I just saw it a couple of minutes ago, so I'm gonna do this video right quick. They asked me what I felt about the IGN omitting the Xbox in their lower thirds, basically, for a bunch of games that they're saying, oh, coming to PC, PS5 and PC, but no Xbox. I'm like, okay, that is peculiar. Now, some people say, oh, it was an honest mistake. They just made a mistake. It was a mistake. I was like, no, it wasn't a mistake. Here's what happened. Here's what I think happened. IGN are a bunch of scared little bitches. I was gonna say the P word, but I think scared little bitches is a little bit softer. And what they don't want to do is get on the blacklist, the bad list, whatever color list it is, of Sony. Now, if they do something to anger Sony, which would be include Xbox in PlayStation marketing, I don't know. Sony doesn't make any sense these days. So, they do something. Ooh, oh no, Sony's mad at us. We're not getting, we're not getting review copies. We're not getting this. We're not getting that. They're gonna hate us. They're gonna blackball us. Right. That's IGN's trying to protect their business. They don't want to anger Sony. They don't want to get on the bad list of Sony, not getting free copies of games and review units of new systems and all that stuff. That's IGN protecting themselves, whatever. But here's the thing. Anyone in video games knows that Life of P is a multi-platform game. That all those other games that I can't even remember what they were, because I'm like, what? They're all multi-platform games. And none of them had Xbox on them. It was all PS5 and PC. And they did it on purpose. They did it on purpose for the reasons I just stated. Also, they can say, oops, I'm sorry, we made a mistake, and we'll go back and fix it, right? They could say that. They could pretend that they made a mistake. They didn't make a mistake. They did it on purpose because they knew that they could say, oops, we made a mistake, but the damage is already done. All of the normies and all of the casual gamers who don't care, who don't look at video games, who don't know anything about video games, they will see that and say, oh, PS5, let's go. So the damage is already done. The damage is done to Xbox. Xbox needs to stop playing nice with IGN with these foolish errors. And you know what? They need to be like, all right, you know what? Y'all want to play this game. We're going to play this game. You want to be scared of Sony? You're going to start to be scared of us, because this is not, why would a media outlet do this if they were totally impartial? They're not impartial. The Xbox section of IGN is hot trash garbage. I mean, no offense to Ryan McCaffrey, but there are hundreds of better Xbox outlets out there other than IGN. I'm just saying, that's just my opinion. I mean, you know what? Not even including me, I'm trash, hot garbage trash. I'm not even in that echelon of people who are good Xbox content creators. But I look at IGN and I'm shaking my head. I'm like, why do I even mess with these fools? Why do I even waste time watching their content anymore? And I listened to Damon Hatfield's show, Game Scoop, because they're supposed to be all around, but they slant PlayStation because PlayStation is the most popular. So everybody has a PlayStation. Oh, I'm gonna play it on PlayStation. And I listened to the Xbox Unlocked, and I'm like, it's just like barely. I mean, he used to do pretty good interviews. I haven't even caught up with that stuff anymore. I'm like, y'all are slack. Y'all might as well just shut down Unlocked, because Maddie over at Last Stand Media. They're doing work over there. You got Dealer, you got all these guys, you know, and there's like a civil war going there. Dirk Griggity, you know, the TTS pot. There's plenty of shows out there that are way better than IGN's offering because they're scared. They're scared. They can talk shit about Xbox all day long. Oh, I hate Xbox doing this and I hate them doing that. They never say stuff like that about Sony. Oh, I hate how Sony's do. Never. It's always walking around on eggshells, being very careful about what you say so you don't anger the master. Man, this is what is going to be the downfall of IGN. They keep playing. They keep catering to Sony and not the people, us, the fans. Sony is not bringing the food to your table. Now, you could be like, oh, well, then we won't get the early copies of this, so we won't have the reviews in time. Listen. If you had the personalities, which you do, you have a few people there that are gold. It should not matter what company A or company B, when or if they're supplying you copies of said game. The hottest game's coming out, oh, we don't get an early copy. You know what? Then don't play Spider-Man too early. You know? If you treat the industry like this, it's not gonna come back. It's gonna come back to bite you, basically. And you know, I shake my head. I sigh. I'm huffing and puffing because it's frustrating to see people, you know, journalists. They're supposed to be impartial. They are not impartial. I mean, there's sites out there that are literally, yeah, we're not impartial. We all day Kotaku, or was it video game? I forgot what the other one was. They don't care. They hate on Xbox all day long, but they have no shame in that. They're like, yep, that's what we do. That's what we do. And you can tell by their titles, and that's what they do. But this, they're trying to be slick. They're trying to be sneaky. Now, I believe that they've corrected it now, but like I said, the damage is done. And it wasn't a mistake. And that in itself, that act right there that IGN did, either someone needs to be, I'm not gonna say fired, because firing someone is a big deal. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna be that person. But stuff like this has major implications in how the industry plays out. If you're going to be on the side of a console maker, regardless, no matter what, then that's a problem. That's not fair and balanced. That's not impartial journalism. That's just you working for Sony. So as far as I'm concerned, IGN is a Sony company at this point because they're doing everything that Sony wants and nothing that Xbox wants, not really. And so, you know, like I said, it frustrates me, and I would hope that one of the biggest video game outlets out there would be impartial, would be a beacon of fairness, you know, parity, basically, as far as coverage. And just look, my father taught me to treat others, you know, do unto others as you do unto you, you know, the Bible thing, right? The Bible thing. And it's basically just saying, just be fair. Just be fair in the situations that you're presented to. Now, sometimes you have to be a certain way because your opponent or your opposing force or whatever is a certain way. So you have to act accordingly. But all things being equal, as in this video, showcasing third-party games, why is Xbox, why are they absent? Who is in charge? I want to know. I want accountability. I want to know who's in charge of the copy and the graphics in that. And I want to know who did it. And I want IGN to spill the beans. Who messed up? They don't have to be fired, but they need to be shouted out. So whenever they write something, I'm like, yeah, pass. Swipe left. And, you know, this is the state of video games. You know, business as a whole works like this too, but video games in particular, the most powerful company is getting favors, is getting things that are helping them. They don't need help. I mean, they are going to need help soon because they're not doing what they need to do to stay on top. But that's not IGN's concern. That's not my concern. That's not no one's concern except for Sony and Jim Ryan and whoever else is making decisions over there. And look, how Sony's going, they're not going to be on top. They're not going to be on top how they were these past two generations, generation and a half. They're not going to be, it's not going to be like that for long. And they know it. And so every little victory, every little V that they can get, every little W that they can get, they'll take it. And IGN helping them in this way is just, it's really, anyway, I'm rambling, but let me know in the comments below. Do you think it was an accident? Do you want to know whose responsibility was it to check the copy? I believe that's Ryan McCaffrey. I think he's the copy editor over there at IGN. I don't know if it pertains to videos as well. Or is that Destin Legary? I don't know. One of those guys, one of those old timers over there at IGN, just go to Pear, I guess. He's the boss. So if you want to say the buck stops here, it's Pear Schneider, right? He's the boss of IGN. So let's talk to him. Let's see who messed up. Is he gonna take responsibility like Phil Spencer took responsibility for Redfall? I doubt it. They ain't saying nothing. Did they say something? Let me know. Let me know in the comments if they said something. If it was fixed, I believe it was. I'm gonna look later and see if it was fixed, and if not, I'll do a little follow up and see. Blah blah blah. But it really does piss me off a little bit. And look, video games is a hobby for us. You know what I'm saying? We just want to have fun. We want our games. And when you're a fan of Xbox or PlayStation, whatever, you just want it to be healthy and good and fair so everyone can have fun. But when it isn't fair, and when it's slanted and the game is fixed, then you start to feel a little funny. You start to feel like, yo, man, really? Am I gonna waste my time with these companies? This is what my hard-earned money is paying for? This shenanigans? It almost makes me want to quit video games. Almost. And I'm like, why? Reason why I'm not buying Sony products is because they're fools. They're running this game. He's like, oh, this game is so cool. Look, there are plenty of cool games out there. Sony doesn't make all the cool games in the universe. They got a handful of games, which I can skip because I've played an Insomniac game. I'm good. I can look at Spider-Man and say, yeah, I'm good. I don't really need to play that. But like Starfield, I'm like, psh, Sony ain't got nothing like that. I can't find that on the PlayStation 5. The fact that it's first party now helps, but still, they got no first party games that are like that. Xbox does. And what's gonna happen, last point, what's gonna happen soon is that all these games, starting with Starfield, these giant games, these big games are gonna start coming out. And you're going to start seeing the tide turn. You're going to start seeing IGN start to give Xbox a little more coverage and be nice and not kowtow to Sony and PlayStation. I mean, they will still because they still want to keep that relationship good. But dissing Xbox like that is it's uncalled for. And I am so close to just cutting them off. As much as I love Max Scoville and Brian Altano, and those are the two stars over there. As much as I love those guys, and those guys are on PlayStation podcast. They're not even an Xbox podcast. I can't even talk. But they're still funny, and that's why I listen to them, because they're funny. And they'll make fun of Sony and stuff, but it's all jokes. And they have the balls to do it because they don't care. Everybody else over there is scared little bitches, like I said before. So they're the last two bastions of hope for me anyway. I don't know if anybody else, let me know in the comments below, if anybody else feels that there are like certain personalities at IGN that keeps you going there, but they are the last two. If they decide to go, or if I'm just like, you know what, I just don't care. I just don't care. I'm out. Because I'm gonna tell you what, I laugh more listening to Dirk Griggity's show, the live show, WBG, right? And TTS as well, but WBG more so because the chat is hilarious. Sorry, this is the last thing. And they got the darkness jokes on Dirt. I'm like, yo. I mean, they were going in on Dreamcast guy for a minute. They stopped that a little bit. They're going in on Dirt so bad, it's hilarious. And they started going in on Sean too. I was like, yo, it's hilarious. So I'll give a shout out to him. Go listen to his show. You guys probably listen to him anyway. But listen to their live show, WBG. They're on there, and the chat is the star of the show. I mean, you know, the guys, they have their opinions, and it's cool and stuff. And they hate ponies. They snipe ponies out there, chat and everything, and it's cool. And I understand exactly where Dirt is coming from, because I'm just like him, except I have a higher tolerance for ponies, because some ponies are just misguided. Some ponies just don't know any better. Some of them do. Some of them, like J-Dub, they're like, you know, they're doing it on purpose for entertainment, and that's fine. But, you know, I feel him because he and I share the same opinion about how the ponies were on us last generation, on Xboxes, people's last generation, and they would, you know, blah, 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 making fun. And now that the tables are turning, they can't take the heat. They're getting mad. They're getting scared. They're big mad. They don't know what to do. They want to fire Jim Ryan. They want to do this. They want to do that. They want to claim games that are first party or exclusive when they're not. It's a whole bunch of crazy stuff happening. But anyway, sorry for the long rants. Let me know in the comments about all the things I said, especially about the IGN situation. I don't know. Maybe I'll do a song about them or something. I don't know. But anyway, I appreciate y'all. For real. Shout out to you guys in the comments, you guys and gals in the comments that are you know, just talking with me. You know what I mean? I appreciate it. And like you said, like if you ask me a question in the comments, if I don't answer it in the comment, I will make a video about it. Period. So and that's what's up. So once again, appreciate, and I'll talk to y'all next time. Just wait.